Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Selful Soul. My name is Gladys, for those who don't know me, and this is your weekly pick a card reading. In honor of Libra season, I'm using the Justice card as your card of choice. I wanted to clarify something that I said last week about giving and receiving and my giving. And I think that I said it in a rush, so I didn't explain. And I think I need to explain because I think it's part of my Selful Soul process. First, I want to say that when I was talking about giving, what I was referring to the fact that Selful Soul needs to get some income. That's all I was speaking about, in order for me to be able to continue to give the readings, because ideally, what I'd like for my channel to be, or not just my channel, I would like for Selful Soul to be able to do free readings always for those who can't afford my readings. I don't want what I do and my readings are not just readings. I believe they're about coaching and helping people on their spiritual journey. But I never want to be in a place where I'm only offering to people who can afford to pay for readings. So I'm trying to get to a place, that nice balance between being able to do the readings free of charge, because I'm getting income for other readings, right? Now, I want to talk to about this thing of giving and receiving, and I think that it's appropriate. It is in keeping with justice. And that is, we give and receive in different ways. Some of us give financially and others don't. Others give in terms of by baking, for example, or showing love or showing appreciation. And I think that what I receive a lot of, like, I get so much. I just want to say that. And I think today I want to just put it out there how grateful I am for what I get back from my friends. There are three young people in particular who give back to me by chatting with me, sharing things with me, Sam, Zoe, and a new young friend from Indonesia. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I think it's Si Hyun. But just by engaging with me, that is giving to me. Sam and Zoe give me feedback on my readings all the time. Sam shares his artwork with me, which is really such a blessing. I know I say it to them, but really it's a blessing for me. So that's appreciation, or like it's showing me I'm loved and cared for and that my readings mean something. My friend Chantal, other friends, my sister-in-law, Petra, a friend I haven't, Chantal is a friend I haven't met, Lisbeth as well, I've never met, but always shows appreciation by chatting on Facebook. And then the other way I receive a lot of support from my brothers. And my brother Adrian is like my angel. That's all I can say. He just support, like it's because of him that I have this laptop that I can share with. And they both are there for me to bounce off ideas with, and that's so helpful. Anyway, I'm not going to go on and on until we all start bawling. But I guess I just wanted to clarify, and I think that, often we feel like giving must be like if I give in money, I must get back in money. If I give my time, I must get back in time. There are different ways we can give, and I believe also that the universe gives us too, especially if we give consciously. And in other words, we give not just for receiving sake, we give because that's where we led to, right? The universe takes care of us, and I feel I'm always taken care of. So yeah, I just wanted to start with that. And in fact, and just one more thing, I also get a lot from doing the tarot readings myself. They fill me, they really do. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoy the reading, and that it's appropriate for you. And also, please, will you, if you haven't, please subscribe. If you like the way I do my readings, if the reading resonates for you, please give me a like. It all counts for me. And share with the like-minded souls. Share Selfful Soul with like-minded souls. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, so let's move on to the reading. Welcome back, everybody. So this is Sunday morning. I had done the reading, and as I was trying to edit, I realized that I'd only recorded, or the laptop had only processed my introduction. And so I'm not sure what happened, how that happened. I was so sure I was recording, and I'd kept checking. So perhaps it's just the way it was meant to be. So I would have uploaded this by now already, which is 8 in the morning on Sunday here in South Africa. But you'll probably only get to it at about 12 midday sometime, South African time, because I must still edit and do all those shenanigans. So perhaps those messages were not the right ones, or whatever, I'm not sure. So, but something went wrong with that. So here we are again. So take a moment now, if you haven't already, to choose the card that feels right in your heart. These are all the Justice card, but different forms of them, different depictions of them. That would be group 1, that would be group 2, that would be group 3, and that would be group 4. The one thing I do notice is the lighting is much nicer today for some reason. So, well, maybe that's part of the reason. Okay. Okay, beloveds, let's move on to group 1. Okay, group 1. So you chose it. I'm working with this deck, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, John Holland's deck. And your depiction of the Justice card is detach. So perhaps your what you are going through a phase of almost like High Priestess energy of removing yourself from heart attachments to something, someone, a situation. Let's see what comes up for you. I'm going to use John Holland's deck. Oh, in fact, let me put this back in, okay? Because it may want to come up. I'll go next week. I'll do the, I'll use crystals again. I'll use a different deck of crystals, of crystal cards, your guiding cards. So let's see. So the first card that comes out is Darkest Fears. This is the 9 of Swords. And it comes in the reverse, so it suggests that there's something that you are, perhaps you're coming out of that energy of like being in your head, worrying about stuff, right? Now, John Holland's decks don't have 10s. He's kind of changed it up. He's kept to the tarot for most part, for the major arcana and most of the minor arcana, but he doesn't have court cards, and he doesn't have, and he's added the 7, and he doesn't have 10s, and he's instead added 7 chakra cards. So let's see, I might use a different deck to clarify. And you have confront. That's the moon. And if I'm not mistaken, the moon came up for you yesterday as well. And it came up in the reverse. So, the moon is a tricky one. It can speak about trickery, right? Deviousness. It can speak about hidden stuff. It could be stuff you're hiding from yourself. Let me draw 3 more. Flying out. New vitality. So it does feel like, okay, all your cards are in the reverse, and my deck is mixed, reversed and upright, right? So perhaps you're struggling to find some kind of balance in your life. But let's start from the beginning. You have the 9 of Swords, which is in like I was saying in John Holland's deck, this would be the end of something. So you are going through a process of ending something. And that ending is also, with that ending comes this ending of the sleepless nights. The 9 of Swords does talk about being in our heads about something. So perhaps you're still struggling to let go of that being in your head about stuff. And because that being in your head might be getting in the way of your Ace of Wands energy, that new beginning energy. You don't have to worry because it's a process, right? You're going through a process of letting go of something, I think. Awaiting results, you have it in reverse. So I'm feeling that you might be impatient with yourself. You're impatient about something. It could be about finances, and perhaps financially it's been difficult for you, I'm not sure. But you feel like you deserve something, but that thing hasn't come through yet. And with the awaiting results, what it's telling me is that you might be a little bit impatient. Now, with the 9 of Swords there, that worry, perhaps that's what you need to be working on, is releasing that worry. Because I think, I feel that the worry might be the thing that's getting in the way of opening yourself to this well-deserved reward, which is beneath the surface. It's there. It's waiting to come, And then you get these 2 major arcana. This is another 9, by the way. So 9 being about endings, right? The completion of something. So I think you're coming to the end of something really significant. It could be within, and it's possibly hidden from you. It could be something deeply spiritual, some kind of transformation. Because you have the moon in reverse, and the moon is it's about those mysteries. It's about those things that we can't see. It's about the hidden. The moon is about being in the shadows. It's about fears. And, this card is saying confront. So it's almost like that's the mirror image of this person, confronting the shadows that are maybe even illuminated by the moon, right? This person needs to walk through the door in order to see themselves, the shadows they're hiding from themselves, or the stuff that they're hiding from themselves. So, I'm getting a feeling of the Devil card, which is a Capricorn card, which is about confronting our shadows. It's such a powerful card for that complete, like, real transformation within. So with the moon in reverse here, I think that you, beloved, there's something that you don't want to see within yourself or within a situation. And the guidance is to be willing to trust that. Well, the guidance, what I'm seeing is that this has come up for a reason. It's saying that there's something you don't want to look at. And with the lead card here, the Emperor, I don't know if it's you that is so hard on yourself or someone else around you that's hard on yourself. Now, I do believe that what's outside shows us something about what's inside always, you know, like whatever's going on with us, there's a lesson for us to learn. That doesn't mean that we need to be hard on ourselves about that lesson. All it means is that, in fact, it's like loving guidance, really, you know. It's never punishment. I absolutely believe that. So either you are being a bully to yourself. You're saying, why me? Why am I not able to? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I get my new beginning? Why can't I have my well-deserved reward? What is wrong with me? That's the feeling I get. 9, 9, 9. It's like, look at that triangle there. Is there a triangle? A love triangle? I'm not sure. That could be one of the issues. But let me just think about this 9. Deepest, darkest fears, letting go. In the reverse, I'm seeing it as starting to let go of those swords in your head. So that's a good thing. And you know, you've got the new vitality there with it. It's still in the reverse, but it feels to me like you are starting to bring in that new beginning by letting go of the head stuff. And perhaps we can think about some ideas. I'll share an idea, or let me see what the advice cards come up with. Possibly there'll be some way you can help speed the letting go of the head stuff, you know. And then with the well-deserved reward, the 9 of coins is this independent person standing in their truth, right? So perhaps that's what you're working towards, that this release will lead to this in the upright. Right now it's in the reverse, but it's latent, it's underneath the surface. It means it's there waiting to happen, right? That's the way I'm seeing it. And with the moon card here, I think that moon card is related to letting go of those fears. But there's something that you're really fearful of, right? And so with let's look at this other triangle here. You have the new vitality. You want this new beginning. Perhaps you want this new beginning with another. Let me get a clarifier on that. And so you're waiting, and perhaps you're impatient. You know, with this in the upright, it could have been, I would have seen it as you're waiting patiently and you understanding that the work you've done takes time to reveal itself. But in the reverse, I'm thinking you might be a little bit impatient, and I feel that you are impatient with yourself. You feel like, oh, I should have achieved this. Oh, I should be stronger. Oh, and you know what? That's just bullying. You being your own bully, your own worst enemy, you know? We don't need other people to bully us when we bully ourselves. So it could be, you know, that's the card I get there. This new vitality could be related to you being a bit dreamy. It's okay to have dreams. I think that it's important that we have dreams and we work towards those dreams. But this card always tells us to be discerning. It tells us that we have the wisdom within to make the right choices. So you need to think about what is right for you and what is not right for you, especially emotionally. Deep down, you know, you do have the answers. And I think it comes back to this moon. There's stuff that you need to look at that you are maybe not willing to look at. Okay. see there. I want to just take a clarifying the lead card. That's the Emperor. And the Emperor, so with regard to signs, I see Cancer and I see Aries. I don't know, you might be in Aries or Cancer, someone else might be, but it tells me that those are the kinds of energies there. So possibly the energy there of Cancer in reverse would be that maybe moodiness, hiding emotions, perhaps you hiding emotions for yourself, or someone in your life hiding feelings. With the Aries there, with the Emperor in reverse, I would think the first that comes to mind is bully. And I just feel like you might be the bully. There might be, someone in your life behaving like a bully. But what I would say is you need absolutely to look at how you are how you are being a bully to yourself. And the Two of Rods also fell out in the reverse. It also feels like this dreamy quality, like this, let me see what, I think that's better. It feels dreamy again. It's like I want, but I feel stuck. So I think you need to think about that feeling stuck. So here you have, I think this is so perfect. You have the Hanged Man. I think that, my dear heart, it's time now for you to lovingly take responsibility for where you might be working against yourself. Yes, there might be a bully in your life, external to you, but I think that bully is your teacher to help you see different perspective where you bully yourself, and you have to confront that now. I think that that's what you are being invited to confront, beloved. Take time to do this. I'm sure that yesterday's reading that was destroyed had the Hanged Man as well in the upright. So I think Spirit is inviting you, your higher self is inviting you to do this. I know sometimes it's not comfortable to just allow, right? But I think that you are being asked to look at things from a different perspective, let go. So this is so interesting, this darkest fears is feeling so much like the Hanged Man, right? Can you see the similarity? So in a way, you're allowing yourself to be in the state of suspension, of not knowing, helps you be rid of those fears, of those darkest fears, letting the swords just fall out of your head. The swords are about head stuff, like sleepless nights or constantly churning over something in your head. I think you need to move into your heart now, and not be churning the head in the negative sense, just thinking over things. With the Hanged Man here, that's the one purpose it serves, and there's your answer, right? The work that you need to be doing to help you let go of those fears, and it's also beneath the Moon card, so it's serving that purpose of helping you confront. So just allow yourself to be upside down. Imagine yourself as the Hanged Man in this situation. Just picture yourself lying upside down with your foot tied up to this tree or whatever it is, and you are just chilling like this Hanged Man. And what the Hanged Man does is let go, and in the process of letting go, finds the answers. That's the enlightenment. And the enlightenment in this case is finding your own wisdom. And I think that the Hanged Man is coming here to help you let go of this bully within yourself. And I promise you, the more you start being loving towards yourself and use your Emperor the right way up, where your Emperor is your protector and your guide and your champion, instead of the bully, the person that's saying you're not good enough. Why did you allow this to happen? If you start changing that, changing the perspective of the bully within yourself, you'll find that those bullies around you will disappear, or they will transform into this emperor. Okay. And I think that the Two of Wands, let me just think about the Two of Wands as the guidance here. I think it's also talking about being patient with yourself. You know, you want to travel the world, you want to go out there and do things, and perhaps now is not the time. Perhaps now is just the time to be doing this, just for now. It's a moment in time. And this is so crucial to your healing. I really feel that. Okay, let me get your advice cards, another, and I think that's a very powerful reading. It looks all doom and gloom on the surface, but it's very powerful. I think that you are at a major crossroads in your life. Rest and reconsider. Moving on. Wow. And look, all your advice cards come up. I know I put them in the upright always, but look how they've come up. Let me just move things up. Space is always a thing. Here we go. Okay. So, rest and reconsider. I think that's your Hanged Man. That's just echoing the Hanged Man, doing that, going within. There's a 9 again, and this is the 9 of Wands. Okay, here too, it's that really looking at stuff where you've seen burdens, see the lessons. Where you've seen, oh, I've done all of this and I've got nothing to show for it. You do. You have all that wisdom, you have all that knowledge, you have all that creativity. Everything has been a lesson. It's helped you build who you are. So I think you need to be seeing yourself, trying to see yourself more lovingly. The week ahead is about seeing things from a different perspective, and it's about loving yourself, not stopping this bully mentality. And the 9 is a big, a major theme for this week, and that's about endings. It's about endings. It's about the last, something finally coming to a completion, but you help it along by allowing instead of forcing, and instead of being hard on yourself. Okay, moving on. You're moving on from that. This reminds me now of your detached card, of your main card. This is very much a card of detachment, walking away from things that have not been good for you. And it might be sad, but you are learning to detach. Yeah. Flow, there you go again, flow. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and what it normally says is something is you're going through a new phase of your life now. You are letting go. It feels to me very much like this is the last leg of some journey, and you are about to go into this new cycle. And in this reading, I'm seeing it very much as you need to allow that to happen. Be the Hanged Man, so you can move into your new cycle powerfully and positively. And it's definitely a positive new cycle that's coming, because we let go of certain things. And the thing with the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes it's hard to see that we've grown. And you might feel, oh, I'm going into the same thing again. But if you really look at it properly, you'll see that you might be learning that lesson again, but it's at a deeper level. And that's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune, is it goes round. That's what life is, ups and downs, ups and downs. But I feel like you're going through this final letting go of some difficult situation, so that, and you need to allow it by chilling, being less hard on yourself, so that you go into this, you end on in a beautiful way, so that you can start your new beginning. I think that's lovely. And then look at this, giving and receiving. I think what I see here, and I'd like to hope this is what's coming for you, is a new era of learning how to balance giving and receiving. And it's so interesting. In my introduction, this is exactly what I was talking about, speaking about how giving and receiving happens in different ways. And I think maybe this is what you need to hear, that you might not think you have anything to give, and perhaps you're too used to thinking of giving in like, I must give financially, but you can't. But you can give in other ways. You can give by being you, by supporting someone with love, by baking someone's a special something. If you're a person who finds it hard to say I love you, surprise yourself and say I love you to someone that's close to you. That's giving. That's deep, deep giving. Perhaps you found it hard to express love generally to yourself, mainly because it's been to yourself. Now that you are going to allow yourself to stop bullying yourself and start showering yourself with more affection, perhaps you're going to see this new way of giving and receiving, and find your own way of showing your giving, and honor that and love that about yourself. Okay, beloveds, I'm going to leave it there. Your Hanged Man is your work. And I think I've said enough of that. Just re-looking at the way you see things, and especially yourself. I hope that helps. Please give me feedback. Send you lots of love for the week ahead, and I will do my 1 week, my 1 card draw midweek. I didn't do it last week because it was just not possible. Yeah, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Welcome back, group 2. You chose, I'm reading from the Light Seers Tarot for you. Let's put the Justice card back. And let's see what comes for you. Beloved group 2s. Let's see if there are similarities, because I think group 1 got a couple of cards from the last reading. They're the same. Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. Feels like nice positive energy here. Okay, Death. And it's also rebirth. So never be afraid of the Death card, right? Seldom means actual physical death. It's about. So there's something big happening. For some, a baby might be being born or being made, created. So a reverse card here somewhere. So there seems to be a new beginning. New beginning. The Earth, the Empress here is pregnant, And perhaps there will be a new baby born with the rebirth card, the death rebirth. But it feels like you are going through a new phase in your life. This is normally the independence card, the 9 of coins. A person on their own. Perhaps you're going into a relationship. Let's see what other cards. I'm intrigued. Perhaps you're starting a new cycle in a relationship. Five of Wands. The Hierophant. Okay. So, okay. Definite new beginning, some offer coming in. The Ace of Pentacles. The Empress, it's possible you are going into this, perhaps you're feeling like the Empress, beautiful, attractive, sexy. Just enjoy that. That's very much sacral chakra energy. You're feeling quite creative. And because you're in this mode, it feels like some offer will come forward. It could be a new baby. It could be a new job. It could be stability, a relationship. With the 9 of Pentacles here, it could perhaps what you might be afraid of is losing your independence, but you can still have your independence in a relationship, right? This death, I think there's a huge transformation going on for you. It's related to this Empress. I really feel like a birth of a baby or a new project. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, perhaps it will happen quicker than you expect, because I'm thinking of the Knight of Pentacles being this slow-moving energy, but in the reverse, perhaps something is happening quicker than you expect. Right? This is about institutions. It makes me think of marriage, church. Man, the Hierophant came up yesterday as well. And then you get a 5. The 5 of Wands is about competition or competing interests or people juggling, fighting over something. So I'm seeing all this positive energy here, like this new beginning kind of energy. And then here I get like a little bit of negativity, and I'm not too sure why. So let me get some clarifiers. Now, okay, I'm going to keep shuffling, right? But you get the Death in reverse there and the Sun in reverse. But let me... it could even be the ending of something, but it feels right. And the ending so that a new beginning can happen. A new beginning can happen. I'm really intrigued. Let me see. I get a clarifier for. Let me get a clarifier for these. Okay. I'm thinking that's this is my special card, the one that I use. That's not really one of the cards, but it's about magic. It's about power, personal power. There's something going on where you're not feeling your personal power. You're not feeling this independence, or perhaps you are resenting this independence, but you're really not seeing the power that you have, right? You have the 9 of Pentacles here again, and it's with the Death card. So perhaps there's a huge change happening where you're going to be turning that upright, and it's because of some kind of ending some kind of ending is going to lead you to feeling this independence, this being okay on your own. This is a perfect place to be, in a sense, where we are okay on our own. And so we can interact with people within this feeling of personal power. And within this being impatient and the Eight of Swords in reverse, yes, I think that your transformation is about letting go of, you're letting go of something. You're letting go of something that's made you feel trapped and stuck. And here, it's an institution of some sort. It could be university. Perhaps you finally come to the conclusion that you are a creative and that university is not for you. Or it could be you are in university and you've decided to move and take a different course that suits you better. You could be somebody who's moved away from university, who's like I think about my brother now, like he's left academia and he's following his heart. And I think that's just so wonderful. And it could be that you are leaving a teaching job, or you're feeling frustrated with the teaching job, and it could be a marriage. It could be a religious organization. It's something to do with tradition that you are kind of letting go of, and it's making you feel a bit unstuck, unstable, or like a little bit unsure. But I think it's a necessary part of your growth. And then you have the Three of Rods here, clarifying these two cards. So let me just look at the Five of Wands. There's something to do with competition here. Are you competing with someone? It feels like there's a competition in this traditional thing that's making you feel unhappy. It feels dog eat dogish, like one person trying to climb on top of the other, trying to outdo each other or something. But there's something about competition that's causing this traditional structure, this traditional space to not feel right. So that's the one thing. There might be competition that's making it not feel right. The other could be that this structure makes you feel unfocused, like too many things in the fire. What do they call it? Anyway, not too many ideas. It's making you feel scattered. And then you get as the clarifier the Three of Wands. Yeah. So the Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in. So you've put out stuff, and now those things are slowly coming back to you. What you've asked for, what you've worked towards. It feels like it's slowly coming back to you. Let me just check that this is still recording. Yes. So it's an intriguing reading as well. Even the first one was. So let's see what the advice cards are. Sometimes they give clarification. So what I'm seeing is you moving into this Empress space. And I think you need to trust that loving yourself, feeding yourself, nurturing yourself, giving yourself good food, and, like nurturing yourself from the inside out. It could be the birth of a new baby. But there feels like something you've worked on for long is coming to a rebirth, or a birth is being birthed. This could be the birth of a baby, the birth of a new project, or an offer. So be open to this possibility of this new offer. And with it's a coin, so it's a stable new offer, and it's above the Knight of Coins. It might be slow moving, or maybe it's not, because the Knight of Coins is in reverse. Something might happen quickly. But it's making you feel like that, and yet it has potential to make you feel like that. So perhaps you go between feeling, oh, I'm all on my own, I don't like this, to feeling, oh, I'm on my own, this is awesome. It's a new beginning for me, you know. So you might vacillate between those feelings, and definitely you're going through this rebirth of how you see yourself, or how you are in reality, how life is. And I think that rebirth is related to some kind of conventional, traditional way of being, or traditional institution, you know, whether it's a church, a religious group, a spiritual group, a sect, university, or a school, or place of study, place of worship, marriage, partnership, business partnership. So there's something traditional or that required, I was going to say a contract, possibly a contract, yes, that started feeling like competitive, too competitive. There was something to do with competition there that's not feeling right. You have your Three of Wands, and I think that's related to the Empress there, is this, you've put in a lot of work, working on yourself, loving yourself, putting out requests and trying to manifest a new way of being, a new life, and you're waiting now for your ships to come in. And that's positive. That's really positive. Then you have the Knight of Cups, and you get the Justice card. How lovely that card comes up in your reading, which tells me that this time of Libra, justice will come to you and to those around you. So even if it's in a marriage, something fair will happen. Allow something fair to happen as well, you know. So you have an offer, so a loving offer, and you have, that to me is a fair and loving offer that's about fair to everyone. And I think that with the Four of Cups here, it would be, the warning would be not to be open, not to be open. It's, the warning is to not look at something and close yourself off to offers, whether it's offers of reconciliation or working things out in a different way or fair solutions. Be open to those offers. Don't close yourself off. That's what I see there. So let's think about okay, let me look at these. Yeah, so there's this rebirth situation which leads to this offer. So in this here, your ticket to feeling whole and complete is to keep working with this Empress energy, I think, of loving yourself, of seeing your creative energy, of valuing who you are, this mother energy that you possess, that whoever you are, doesn't matter what body you are in or how you identify, you are in this phase of Empress energy. The Empress is the divine mother. So just keep being in that energy. It's such a creative energy. There's the creation of the earth. It's so full of power. So embrace that and enjoy that, because it's leading to a rebirth and some kind of independence, financial and as well as emotional independence. And then with this, that healing of yourself is your ticket to this maybe new romance, because this is the romantic night. But it's like an early, it's not established yet. It's a new offer. And there's no guarantees, you know. It's not like the King of Cups or one of the other kings that is more wise now. It's maybe a little bit immature, but it's that nice, heady, new beginning type of feeling offer. With the Ace of Pentacles, there's this offer again of something stable. And it comes because of your work on yourself. the caution is to, well, I think the caution is the it might come in very fast, and um, it will help you feel released from these burdens, these chains, like you felt trapped, I think. But something is unraveling, something is releasing and leading to something more fair and just for everyone involved. You know, we can leave relationships and we can leave them happily as well, you know, where it's not about blaming, but it's just about two people not being right for each other at that time. Or maybe realizing you are, because you've gone through this process of healing and of seeing things differently, of exploring maybe other possibilities. I don't know. You know, everyone's story will be a little bit different. And then here, I guess your caution is to not sell yourself short, to stop letting, to own your power more. Slowly, just keep taking your power back. This is I see this card as a powerful manifester. But you have to know that you're that manifester. And manifestation comes from self-love. You know, we are co-creators. We don't just click our fingers. We do work as well, you know. But here, rather enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy your newfound. You can either say, "Oh, I'm alone and I'm lonely," or you can say, "Oh, wow, I'm alone and wow, I'm empowered. I feel good about who I am," and you can work on building that self up, you know. And then with the Hierophant, I've said what I don't have anything more to say. That I think that's more of a descriptor of the situation. But I would say be open to all possibilities, to all offers from the universe. Right? Let me just take one for, let me see if there's anything else for advice. Because this didn't feel like advice for me. I guess that one is advice, is opening yourself to possibilities so that you don't miss your ships coming in because you're so busy saying, "Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm so lonely. Oh, I hate being by myself." So I would say these are your two cards. Like, open yourself up to all possibilities. Open yourself to them. You can be discerning about what's right and what's wrong for you, right? Yes, be careful of this energy of, "Oh, I'm bored. Oh, that's not good enough." Oh, just be aware of it. And here, it's standing in your power. It's another version of this. So I think that your work for the week ahead is just to be cautious, be open, see the possibilities, see the offers that come to you, and rejoice. And then just continue this inner work of the Empress, working on loving yourself and nurturing yourself. Give that Empress energy inward towards yourself. And this is the card of standing your ground. And I think it's saying the same thing. Just keep pouring that love. In fact, you have so much that you can work with in this group. The Empress energy, the Nine of Coins energy in the upright, that independence, like loving that, allowing the death to happen, whatever needs to end or change or transform to happen. And standing for yourself, standing your ground on what is important to you. And, you know, I'm getting the Four of Swords energy here, at going within. Yeah, so let me leave it there because I think you have so much to work with here, and you decide what feels right for you. There are just so many possibilities of owning your power. Okay, beloved group 2, please give me feedback. Tell me how that worked for you. I hope it was helpful. Give me a like if it worked for you. Share with other like-minded souls. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I send you lots of love for the week ahead. Goodbye, group 2. Welcome back, group 3. You chose the Justice card from the Hanson Roberts deck. I'm going to put it back in so that it wants to pop up. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Last group got the Wheel of Fortune as well. So some big, no, the first group got the Wheel of Fortune. So got some big changes. So you get the, oh wow, big changes. Group 1, group 3, big changes. 3 major arcana. 10 of Pentacles. Perhaps your ships, you're still waiting for your ships to come in, and this one wants to come out as well. Empress in reverse. Wow. So very contradictory in energy here. So on the top row, you have this, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a huge change. You have it in the upright, so it's like something that felt like cataclysmic for you, like a big blast out of nowhere, something like a tower that fell, is actually leading to a new beginning for you, a positive new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune here shows the different elements. So it's like a stable new beginning, but it might have felt very hard at the time, but it's leading to that. And then you have the Fool there as well. So you are stepping out and in trust, taking a new beginning. So you're being very active in that new beginning, even if it was from outside, you are participating in it wholeheartedly. That's awesome. And if you aren't, you are being guided to just take that leap of faith. The 9 of Rods comes up again, and it's a reminder of, yes, take the break if you need the break, but just remember that all the value that you've built up through mistakes, through what you see as mistakes, through all the work you've done, through all the effort you've done, that there's a lot of value there, that you have a whole lot of tools in your bag of tricks, right? You might be tired, but it doesn't mean that you haven't accomplished. So be proud of what you have achieved, because that's what's taking you into your next step. But then in the second row, you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So perhaps you feel like you can't show. Okay, 2 things. 1, you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet, and you're wanting to. But 2, you might have set ideas about what that looks like, what abundance looks like. So perhaps just think about honoring the abundance that you do have. You know, yes, the other abundance is also important and it will come. But for now, you need to just be honoring, maybe doing a gratitude diary. I think I mentioned that in the last reading last week. Start seeing and valuing the abundance that you do have, because there's some major new beginnings happening for you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I'm feeling that feeling of impatience, because in the upright, this person is very patient. They're smartly juggling their different aspects, the different aspects of life, you know, home and work, and or whatever the case might be, but they're managing that balance. And in reverse, it might be you either juggling too much or being impatient. So perhaps that's a caution. Just be patient and wait for your ships to come in. Feels like they are, you know. Here you have the 7 of Cups and the Empress in reverse. So 7 of Cups. Okay. The 7 of Cups talks about all the possibilities that are there. But because of them, you're not able to make your choice. So, and then you have it with the Empress in reverse. I think that you're not honoring this beauty in yourself. You are maybe seeing beauty everywhere else, but not within yourself. And I think that you need to be honoring the Empress within yourself a little bit more, and also be more, you need to be more discerning about the choices that are offered to you. You know, not all that glitters is gold. There's rainbows, there's stars, there's a castle, there's an octopus. I can't see what this is. Oh, it's a fairy. There's gold, jewelry in the one. And there's a dragon, you know, like all mysterious and mystical. But what if those is real? What if those is meaningful to you? And I think you need to be a bit more, maybe that's your guidance, is being more discerning. Let me just take another look here. You know, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. You know what I feel like? Don't give up. It feels like you want to give up. You can't see the fruits of your labor. And yet the Wheel of Fortune is saying there's a huge change happening and things are about to change for the better. Please let me know if that happens, if you see this happening in the week ahead. I think that would be awesome, but that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. So your Tower has happened, but now you're impatient for the next step. So I think your guidance is just to be patient. I think you're very ready for taking your leap of faith into your next stage. But perhaps you're worried that you don't have this energy of the Empress. And, you know, all I can say is you can turn that around by nurturing yourself. So you want to take this leap of faith and trust, but you're a little bit afraid, which is natural. And I think that you are being asked to draw on your Empress energy. Empress is nurturing, loving, kind, creative. She's the creator of life, you know. That's Gaia. So you need to be seeing this energy of the Empress within yourself. And I think that with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, it's just that reminder of being discerning. You know what? The other thing I get from this is choosing you, choosing to love you. Instead of looking outwardly, choosing yourself. I hope that makes sense. So the Six of Cups, this is in the some kind of soulmate relationship. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So you get my other card. That's not really a card, a tarot card. It's just an extra card in the deck. You get this past life, like soulmate relationship. So perhaps something here is about a relationship, although that's not what I've seen. And you know, relationships can be with others, but the Six of Cups is also about giving freely with an open heart. And you know, once you get into this Empress energy, once you are able to love yourself more and choosing you doesn't have to be selfish. And you know, this is what I'm wanting to share with the Selful Soul in my own subtle way. The Selful Soul is about loving ourselves so much, growing in love for ourselves, that we are able to interact with the world from a place of wholeness, of self-fullness. And I think that's what your journey is choosing you, not in a me way, but in a way that's enriching and rewarding. You know, the Empress, if we think about loving ourselves, it doesn't have to be about just loving others. It's simply about owning our power. It's about feeding ourselves the right food, taking the walks, exercising so our bodies are nurtured, being loving to the ones who love us. It's all about that. And that's what this Six of Cups is talking about, is that outward show of affection as well. And then you have these two beautiful cards. I think maybe your work for the week ahead to turn your Empress upright is this beautiful Queen of Wands, owning the Queen of Wands energy. Let me just say what I see here. No, it's absolutely fine. So I'm not really seeing signs. Maybe Taurus, but I think this is you, very much you. But with the Queen of Wands, you are owning your fire. Owning your fire. And because you're owning your fire, look, she has that wand. That wand is Creator wand. Creator wand, the Empress. Taking that leap of faith. Honoring all that you've done. All your wands that you have, all the things you've created, and you're now holding them in this one wand, right? And with that one wand, standing in your power, being able to create the world, create your space the way you want it. And it's by nurturing yourself and, yeah, enjoying some nice time with yourself. And this other card here, this is my card of being watched over by the angels. You have the rainbow energy. You're being watched over and cared for. Okay, and you need to trust that. So beloveds, I think that's it for your reading. You know, something that's changed, some big changes going on, leading to a new beginning. But you also need to be willing to take that leap of faith, and I think you are. But remember to trust yourself, trust that you have all that you need. So you have that energy, and then you have this energy working, potentially working against it. So just be aware of this, being impatient. Know that what you put out will come back. Try not to be impatient, and then you need to be more self-loving, I think. And so the way in which you do it for the week ahead is nurturing the ones you love, because that also makes you feel good. Nurturing yourself, seeing yourself as the Queen of Wands, the creator. She's fiery, she's determined, she has the ability to create, she's an artist. So do all those self-loving things, do something creative, even if you're not creative, so what? Or you're not like creative. We are all creative, right? We're all creative, we create our lives, we do things, so do something that makes you feel creative, whether it's baking or swimming or taking time out, but something nurturing for yourself. And just honor the Queen of Wands within you for the week ahead. And trust. The Fool is the trust card, right? Trust. Know that you are being watched over and protected, beloveds. Okay, group 3. I hope that helped you. There's your card for the week ahead. Own her. Okay. Lots of love to you. Bye. Welcome back, group 4. You, in this deck, John Holland talks about balance as the Justice card, finding balance. Because the Justice card is about fairness. Eh? Let's see what the reading here is. Oops. The Star card, so some healing happening. Maybe it's sacral chakra healing. Sacral chakra is also about creative energy. With the Star card in reverse, I think the guidance is to not give up hope that there's healing happening. It's the Star of Aquarius. That's the card of Aquarius. And we have the Two of Coins. in the reverse. Mm. Perhaps you are at, well. There are two twos there. You have, but anyway, it feels like there are lots of choices you have to make, and it's making you feel unsteady, maybe, and maybe not. But your answer lies in working with your sacral chakra, which is the sensual side of you. Maybe dance, maybe do work with your sacral chakra, wear orange, especially there at your sacral, that's where your sexual organs are, like just below your navel. You can wear orange scarf there, wear an orange skirt or pants if you're brave enough, or just wear orange, or just be conscious of the color orange. And then you have this powerful stuff in the second row. It's the card of Sagittarius. So you've got Sag and you've got Aquarius. Lots of balance coming in, I think. You know, you've got 2. That makes me think of 2 as well. So funny, sorry. I'm looking at the second guessing myself. I mean, I know these cards so well. 40, really? It's a temperance card, but I'm like having a mind. Oh, I think the third time the Wheel of Fortune has come out in this group, in this reading. Nice. Lots of changes happening, beloveds, for everyone. Wow. So this is a really powerful reading, this group. There's something really powerful going on. So, but it's new beginning kind of energy. There's a lot of new beginning energy here. That's new beginning. That's new beginning, or like rebirth or birth. Wow. The Empress has also come out a lot. Wow, this is fascinating. I feel like I should just leave it now. It's such a beautiful, there's just so much positive energy, but I won't do that. So you have the Star, something you're still working on, something healing. Could be a loved one that's passed on that you still will constantly heal from, but you're going through a healing process, and sometimes it's painful, you know. The Stars also, like it has here, the Star of Hope. I think you need to not give up hope. Honestly, there's just absolutely no reason for lack of hope here. There's so much hope. This reading just screams hope, potential, you know. So do your healing, but don't feel hopeless ever. I think that you need to work with your sacral chakra. Just honor that, your creativeness, your creativity. You are infinitely creative, and I think you're going through this major creative change or burst. And it's really powerful, you know, because it's paired here with the Temperance card, which is about patience, but it's also about harmony. I think that you're starting to integrate something really powerful in your life. 2 aspects of yourself, possibly, you know, and because of that, you're leading to your purpose, your life purpose, your destiny, your a really powerful new beginning. It could be that things have been tough in some area, not in every area. None of us, it's very seldom that we have it tough in every area, right? Oh, that does happen, but there's in one specific area that might have been difficult, and this suggests that there's a huge change happening. that cycle is changing, right? The wheel of fortune has spun around. And then here, John Holland says movement, choices, decisions. So you, I think, are going through a process of honing in on what it is that is important to you. You know, what's just suddenly came to me is maybe you've had 5, 6 projects, and now you're moving into towards 2. Or maybe you've had 5 ideas and now 2 will stand out as what makes you feel good, you know? I hope that makes sense. But that's just what came to me. But you're going through a process of sifting. That's what I feel. And then you have this, what more could you ask for? The crown chakra. So keep working with your crown chakra. Perhaps you've been doing that. So maybe do the sacral chakra thing, but also do the crown chakra thing. Just it can be so simple, just imagining that violet energy above your head and all around the top of your head. Just sit with it in meditation. Just imagine that. See what happens. Like the first day, you might just do that, and then the next day, some ideas will float out. What a lovely thing. But you've got divine energy, your higher self. There's something that's opening up in your crown chakra. And it doesn't just happen. You've been working. That's what I feel. You've been working towards that. And it's leading to this co-creation. I avoid the term manifestation, in that law of attraction kind of way, because to be honest with you, I think some of it is just bullshit, and it makes people feel that it makes people feel like when they are not successful that there's something wrong with them. It can do that. But I do feel that we are co-creators. It is a dance. It's a journey. And we do put effort in, right? However that effort is, could be through magic or whatever the case might be. But we do put in, and you are moving into this new level of co-creating with the universe. How utterly beautiful. And then I think I've spoken about this. There's your new beginning again. Let me just look at this third row you have. Perhaps you're moving into a partnership. That's the 2. And this is normally the card of your ships coming in. And perhaps what you've asked for is a partnership. It could be a love relationship. It could be a business partnership. But something very complementary feels like it's coming in for you. Beautiful. And the outcome is this beautiful fertility card, this Empress card. The Empress is in all the readings, 3 of the readings. So look at this powerful, like you have so many, you've got 5 major arcana out of the 9, and then you've got 2 chakra cards. So you've got 2 minor arcana. So something really powerful is happening for you, beloveds. I think that your ticket, for the week ahead, work with, it's with your crown chakra. That's your crown chakra, your sacral chakra, which I always associate, even though it's a 2, I associate with the Empress energy. It's this creation energy. So whether it's doing artwork, whether it's baking or doing something that you don't normally do, something creative, it's sitting outside in nature, it's maybe going to the beach, but filling or just work with the colors. Your below the navel, above your pelvis and below the navel, that's where your sexual organs are. Work with that. There's the crown of your head. Just keep working on opening that up, because I think you've been working on that, whether it's conscious or not. Your crown chakra is opening. I think that's so lovely. And then keep honoring this creative energy within yourself in the form of the Empress. And I'm going to say what I said to the other groups. Excuse me. Nurture yourself this week. Do this and do this nurturing of yourself. And I think you have been doing that. You've been loving, pouring lots of love into yourself. And that's the key to all our right relationships, right? It's once we feel, and that's, I'm going to talk again about self-fullness. Once we feel more whole and complete and self-full is not selfish and it's not selfless. It's that in between space where we know when to give, when to receive, but we are always doing from a place of wholeness, or at least we are working towards that all the time. And that's what the Empress brings for you. So just ponder on those, do that work, beloveds. I don't even feel I need clarifiers. Really powerful reading, and have a wonderful week ahead. Please share how this felt for you. Are you feeling this energy? If my readings resonate, please share them with others who might get benefit. Please give me a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you want to chat with me, please reach out and chat with me. I'm here and I love doing this. Listen to my intro to understand what I'm trying to do here with my cards. Yeah, lots of love to you. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.